Okay, let me open the chat so I can see what is everyone saying. And as of now, we should be live. Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Can you
Hello,
see us?
guys.
Can you hear us? Let's see. Let's wait for the confirmation. If anyone can, please type into chat if you can see us, if you can hear us. I think you should be able to. Hi, Jake. Hi, Titania. How are you doing? Yes, perfect. Thank you, guys. Okay, let me also share the charts. Someone said in the chat already, waiting for session shorts on Euro US dollar, but I don't see it that way. Probably it's going to be very surprising to you guys, but my buyers currently are switching on in Euro US dollar. Let me firstly share the charts. Where's the share? By the way, Ken's going to be a few minutes late. Well, he's going to be here. Here's the trading view. Let me see. Okay. Andrew, can you see my charts? Can you just double check? Yeah, perfect.
Okay, confirm.
Okay. So this is Euro USD. And actually, guys, I'm waiting for longs. Why is that so? Because mid last week, we had still very low chances for Fed delivering the cut. And now, after 24th, today, everything changed because the chances now for the rate cut went back to 70%. Matter of fact, let me open the Fed Watch tool and show you. Okay. So Fed Watch tool, I'm gonna share the screen. This one. Why can I just simply? Yeah, here it is. Okay. So here's the Fed Watch tool. Many of you probably know. This basically shows you what are the chances of Fed delivering the rate cut or keeping the rates at the same level. And now it's 77% that they are going to deliver the rate cut. And also, if you are watching Financial Juice, you should know there were a lot of board members, Fed board members, who are advocating for the rate cut. Actually, this morning, another Fed member said the labor market is strong. Let's deliver some easing. So yeah, it is what it is. And in that regard, I strongly believe that that the dollar might actually lose its bullish momentum, and Euro US dollar should be running towards the upside. Let me share the charts back to show you on Euro USD. I'm just waiting. I was watching for 30, 15 minutes time frames. At least I would enter 1.153. So I'm going to just highlight the zone where I would love to enter. And let's say this 10 pip zone would be for me a great entry point. But as I'm thinking about it, we are probably again now reversing back towards the upside. So it's 10 pips. So for me, if I'll be entering now, it would be just 10 pips wider stop loss, which is not bad. Well, generally, I think that we're going to get above this current resistance, which is if I'll go back to 4 hour, it is the gap of this bearish candle. Also some sort of a resistance price reacted here a couple of times. It's also probably 50% of the Fibbo from this downside move. And at the same time, if I would extend the profile on this whole section, I bet that this is where the volatility, where the momentum or the volume were at the time. So if we break above this, then I don't think that there's something stopping Euro US dollar to get to the point of control, which is basically a zone where was the most of the volume during the period of this whole side trend since June 2025 this year. So yeah, that's my idea for Euro US dollar. I don't think that we're gonna get the bearish momentum, no lower lows at this point, especially with dovish Fed, because last week I was advocating for shorts, especially after this bearish bar, but Friday changed everything for me. Let me take a look into the chat.
Yep.
Some pullback short, maybe. Yeah, someone is actually trying to going for shorts. Might be wrong, but based on the fundamentals, based on what I see happening now with the Fed, this make to me at least a lot of sense. Yes, I'm looking for longs, Jake. Oh, someone else also looking for longs. Nice. Euro pound, we're gonna get there. It's holidays,
Yeah.
Copenhagen, wait till afternoon.
Chetani
Then
is always
euro.
asking you for your GBP.
Yeah, Euro pound is his favorite, which apparently. Don't you think price will take out the low? That's what I was thinking last week, that we're gonna take these lows, and potentially, if the dollar will remain strong, we can even aim for 114, which is down here on this point of control. So I was thinking that's going to happen. But then on Friday, when I saw the Fed board members speaking about delivering the rate cut, yeah, that changed basically my overview on Euro US dollar. So now I'm kind of bullish till the Fed watch tool won't change will change again, which I don't think it's going to happen. I think that till December we're going to be having the same kind of a tone from the Fed members, which is let's deliver some sort of a easing. Let me check if Ken is not waiting here in the room. No, not yet. Okay, perfect. Don't want to forget about him. Same view on EU, going for shorts. Things will get clearer after PPI. Yeah, we've got PPI and retail sales data tomorrow. I think 1:30 p.m. UK time are going to be very important. If we're going to get high retail sales data and higher PPI data, then the longs are not going to be as good as they appear to be now, because the higher we will get on PPI, then producers will basically move the higher prices on consumers, which would end up in higher CPI, so consumer inflation. And the same goes with retail sales data. The higher retail sales data suggests there might be a tick up in inflation. Looks like we might have weak dollar then. Yeah, it appears so. It appears so. Let me also open the chat. Someone else. Yeah, here. Because I'm having a kind of mess on my
Yeah, Jake, what do you think about
monitor.
December? We do have a lot of mixed feelings about trading Decembers. Me personally, I truly like Decembers. At least for me, last year, December was the best year of the year, the best month actually of the year. And I was
Yeah.
trading only euro dollar by that time. I was
Mm-hmm.
trading Forex. So give us like a hindsight about what do you think about Decembers when it comes to
Well,
trading.
I actually take it as any other month, to be honest. Like, okay, since 20th, I'm not trading at all. But the first 2.5 weeks, I'm trading like nothing is happening. Yeah, so for me, it's not really a big change. Uh,
Yeah, of course there
since
are
the
like
new,
2 days off on the month, which is the
sorry,
first and 25. Like there are 2 days off on the month when
yeah, of
there's like a
course,
weekday. It's kind of like a short month. But guys, when the price is trending, I mean, whether it's January, December, if the price is trending, you can just take the chance pretty much. So
yeah. If the opportunity is in the market, why not take it? And then, of course, like you have Christmas, New Year, so a lot of people are actually taking a break from trading, because if you're trading the whole year, then at least take a break throughout this period for a week, just to refresh a little bit and clear your mind. But other than that, I'm not really nothing changes to me, probably,
all
like
right.
most likely during these periods. So yeah,
Thank you,
and
Jake.
also about the, let me open the trading view again. The
Titania, this
GU.
December we want to see your free trade on gold, Angel. Well, it's like day 23 trying to trade gold. Not a single trade for me yet. I'm just waiting, guys. I'm still waiting. I mean, as I told you guys, that's a stay away for me right now because as you can see, we're just ranging. I was waiting for the price to actually confirm bullish momentum, confirm the price that is going to trade to the upside, but that's not happening right now. right now I can see the price is going to favor shorts because I don't know. At this point, I don't know. It's just stuck there, right?
Yeah,
What do you think,
that's the
Jake?
thing. Exactly. I mean, we're going sideways. I would also love to take a longs on gold. I was thinking about it as well because with the weak dollar, in my view at least, with my bias for weak dollar, it would make sense to go long on gold. But still, not much is happening. We've got 2 point of control zones. One we are right here now, and the second one at 4,000, which is a very important level now. So I was thinking that, yeah, if I'll take a long, we're going to hit this zone, then probably do correction and then go towards the upside again. But there's not much of a momentum now. So I don't know. Oh, can you say? So I don't know what I should be doing now. If I should be waiting. If we're going to reverse, then we're going to definitely, if I'll see first 2 bearish candles with some sort of a momentum, I'll be taking a short towards 4K again. Because as I was saying last time, the point of control, this very zone is, it
very
works
likely.
like a magnet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would be taking shorts. But if we close above this, especially above this high, yeah, I'll be pretty much deciding whatever to take longs. And yeah,
Man, just
I
look
will be
at
probably
that
taking
4-hour
the longs.
candles. Oh my God. It's just wicks here and there, going to the upside, going to the downside, getting back into the range. This is crazy price action right there.
Yeah. Not much happening. We've got some sort of a triangle formation on
Yeah.
gold, but that's all we can find on the technical
My
part.
man Ken is here.
Oh yeah.
Good morning,
Hello,
sir.
Ken.
How you doing, guys?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah? Doing good. How about
Good.
yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while, but I saw you last week, didn't I?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
last week. So you're back
Yeah,
home
man.
now. No 20
Yeah.
degrees outside anymore.
Nah, bro, it's freaking cold here and it's wet.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm back. I'm back for now, anyway.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anyone in the chat? Angel appears as a very loyal man. I don't think he'll drift. So BTC live trade. Hi Angel, I was on your BTC live trade on Saturday. You actually did take some
I took
Bitcoin
a live
trades.
trade. Yeah, I took a 3-hour trade on Friday night, which was Saturday. It was actually clean. That's why I'm going to start actually analyzing Bitcoin here in the live chat, guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually a great session.
That was nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Ken, a question for you.
Yeah, man.
What do you think is happening with the dollar? Because I'm convinced that Euro USD is going to now my bias change basically towards the upside, towards the uptrend in the short and midterm, because the chances of the rate cut are getting higher. At the same time, a lot of board members are now advocating for kind of the dovish stance. What do you think?
Quick one. Firstly, am I frozen? I'm not frozen, am I?
No.
You got to
cool.
check the chat. They're saying that you look like Morpheus from Matrix.
Yeah, man. I'll take that. I love that. Yeah, these are like they're for the blue light. You know, the blue light of the screen.
Yeah.
Let me ask you then differently, Ken. Euro US dollar, blue pill or red pill?
Yeah, that's the best question. Yeah, that's the right way to ask that question.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Jake. I'm still bullish dollar. Okay. The reason I'm still bullish dollar is because structure's still intact at the moment. Structure's intact. I don't think we can get carried away yet with FOMC until we've got more data. We don't have enough data yet. Everything's a mess right now in terms of data because, we're not going to be getting October data because of the government shutdown. So it's just like people licking their finger and putting it in the air. So until I see something on a macro level, i.e., I need to see facts and figures, I'm going to remain a dollar bull. But we need to grind down. You can see the top at the moment on Dixie, or the resistance rather, 120. Okay, the resistance of the start of the month, and they're in July, August time. It's chunky. So we're still, when you look on the weekly, we're still in this sort of higher phase. And look at last week's bullish candlestick. I would beg to differ that, and I would lean towards that this is going to carry on pushing to the upside, to be honest with you.
The euro US dollar or the Dixie?
So I'm just talking about Dixie overall, first of all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So obviously nice bullish candlestick there, as you can see last week. And we're still in this high phase. I think we're going to take out last week's high. Personally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously with euro, I get what you're saying right now in this sort of pullback, but I think this is just very, very near term. And I think we're going to, try and take out some liquidity around this mid 1550 area, and then just resume business to the downside. Personally, I think this is just going to carry on because, right now, and look at that big bearish engulfing candlestick last week for euro
on weekly.
Yeah, look at that, man. I mean, for me personally, I would like to see this dropping. Okay, I would like to see this dropping and printing a new lower low. Structure, is still to the downside for me.
That's what I thought basically when we were going downside, and I thought we're gonna take these lows, but then we stopped on this fair value gap or this gap and the support, and I thought, okay, well, if we would go as far as to 114 or at least below the low low, we would break the low low if the orders and like the volume would be actually there. But it was quite close, it was it was 20 pips. So most of the time when I see something like that happening, for me, a confirmation for the shorts would be breaking the low low if the price is actually that close, but that didn't happen. So now with the dovishness from the Fed boards, I was thinking about taking long. So I'm gonna probably take the short. As I was saying to traders, I'm gonna be first aiming for this zone, which is about 15.7, and then I'll be going for 116. Because if we get to 116, then the biggest point of control, but the biggest volume on Euro USD this year is basically here 16.3, 16.4. So that's more likely my view on Euro USD now. Well, it's good to have a different bias, because
definitely. I mean, most of the time we're aligned, but I think this warrants another bet. Losers shaves off their eyebrows.
So we're gonna be no hairs at all, like till the end of the year.
Wait, Jake. Oh, you've got a beard as well. Or shave off our beards. That would be tragic.
No, I can't do that, because me without beard, that looks.
Oh man,
I wouldn't bet anything with my beard.
We'll look so weird without a beard. I can imagine. Yeah, both of us.
I would look ridiculous though.
Yeah, man. So
I'll do a poll on Instagram, guys. You guys who are in the chat, please vote on it, and we'll see how many guys are taking the longs, how many taking the shorts. Yeah. Okay. Do you wanna carry on, or should I do some other charts?
Yeah, I'll quickly share my screen.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, share. Okay, here we go. Share. I'll start off with euro, because I did take some shorts last week. So obviously, fine. Jake and I have a different view right now. I'm sure at some point our stars are going to align again, without a shadow of doubt. Just a near-term thing. For me, obviously, there isn't anything macro at the moment for euro. We've got a lack of. The ECB is going to be a non-event. The next decision is going to be a non-event next week. Is it next week or the week after? The ECB are just going to be unchanged.
The ECB is week after, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite quiet at the moment. The thing for euro is, in terms of euro dollar, is very much driven by dollar sentiment at present. So I don't think there's anything that's going to drive euro for now. And for me personally, like this descending channel that we're in, obviously we're printing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. I think for me personally, I will need to see something drastic for us to start breaking out. It can happen, okay, but I'd need to see something drastic personally. Otherwise, I'm just going to look at that and think this is going to reject here. But let's see. 4 hour for me, we're still in a range. Okay, we've got the range high around 1550. We've got the range low around 15. So we're in a 50 pip range at present. Right now, I'm just going to quickly talk about the classic sweep that I like. I had this on Friday. So again, obviously this was in a bearish structure, as you guys know. We had the sweep of the high. I waited for that closure below and took those shorts, and I just targeted these lows here. Okay, so this demand area here. So I hit that target last Friday. I think we're seeing the same sort of thing now. A bit of a pinch of salt, but an element of caution, excuse me. But we've had a sweep, reversal candlestick up here. I've missed this one. Otherwise, I would have looked. I was eating lunch. Otherwise, I would have looked at these for potential shorts and just targeted the Asian range low. Okay, so this is running right now to the downside. I think we are going to come and at least challenge Asian range low. Maybe we're going to sweep the low before we maybe go higher again. But I see this as vulnerable near term. Okay, so that's just sort of my take there. I'm going to jump over to GBP right now and talk about this quickly because it's an important week for the pound, right? We have the UK. So if you look on your calendars, so just let me share this other screen. Share this tab.
That one looks better.
What's that, buddy?
Price action.
Short.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, well, with that, we've got the UK budget. So for anyone who doesn't know, the UK budget, just like any government, they give an annual forecast statement where they're going to decide, okay, we're either going to cut taxes, we're going to raise taxes, we're going to distribute some money here or there. It's basically fiscal policy, right? And the UK, to be frank, without swearing, is in an absolute poo hole right now. Why? Because there's a cost of living crisis. Inflation is still high. People are losing jobs. General consumer confidence is down. And then they were talking about potentially hiking freaking taxes. Crazy mother beeps. So the consumer's feeling it. The economy's feeling it. So the pound is super, super vulnerable. Now, when we look at GU on the monthly, damn, this is bearish. Okay, this is pretty bearish here. What I like is the weekly where we had this massive demand area at 32, 33, 32. We broke out, retested. Can you see that big chunk of resistance here? Had a nice rejection. And now this sort of daily price action, what we're getting, similar to Euro, but a little bit more vulnerable, is we've just got this consolidation going on right now. Narrow, narrow, narrow.
I think we cannot see your chart, Ken.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you. Cheers, Angel. Yeah, so this looks pretty damn vulnerable right now. It's like we've had a bit of a top, 1, 2, neckline here, break, retest, and now we've got this consolidation subject to the resumption to the downside. Now, going back to this statement a moment. So on Wednesday here, okay, this is a bit of a situation where, sorry, I've just stopped sharing my screen. Let me share again. With the rate cut, sorry, my mind, this is where my mind sometimes runs 100 miles an hour and my mouth can't keep up. So, let me slow down a minute. So with that budget statement, the UK has a massive, just to put this into simple terms for people, the UK has a massive debt piling, okay? And they need to somehow try and plug that debt, that deficit, because they keep borrowing money. The government, the politicians, they're complete and utter ignoramuses, okay? They're morons. They borrow, obviously all this money, which they think is monopoly money, and then they pass that eventually onto the consumer, right? So these guys are going to look to hike taxes in order to try and get some money back. You know, all this money they've been borrowing, all this interest that they have to pay, right? So if they don't deliver enough of a tax hike in order to get some of this money and plug the hole, that's going to be pound negative, right? But then see this. If potentially they don't, maybe they don't hike taxes, then there's going to be a failure of confidence in the UK either way. So my point is, the UK GBP cannot win in this situation because they either hike taxes and get more money in, or they don't hike taxes enough and they don't get enough money to plug that debt. So it's a lose-lose situation for pound, in my opinion. Okay, I've seen it before. So I would bet, or not bet, I would expect that this is going to head to the downside. So I'm watching for these potential shorts for GU. Similar to EU, we've had a sweep. Okay, we've had a sweep at a high. Nice bearish engulfing candle there above the high and some selling. Obviously, as I say, this is a bread and butter trade. I haven't taken it. I missed. I was out for lunch today, but then coming down to the Asian range low. Okay. So this looks vulnerable, but I don't think we're going to get that breakout until, as I say, Wednesday. All right. And just to wrap off, and I'll cover some more markets after you guys, but after Jake or Angel, or whatever. This is on my watch list. Okay. This is GBP Swiss. This is extremely bearish right now. Obviously, you guys can see that on the weekly. The structure's to the downside, printing lower highs, lower lows. And I'm just monitoring. I mean, if you want, you could obviously mark a trend line here, and you guys can see structures obviously being respected right now with those lower highs, lower lows. We're pretty much hugging that trend line, given that trend. I'm waiting for a BOS on this 4 hour. Can't see it right now. Got higher highs, higher lows on the 4 hour. So I'm waiting for signs of a BOS, break a structure, and I'm going to look at those shorts. I saw this morning, but I was hesitant because we hadn't broken structure here on the 4 hour. So the stars didn't align for me to take those shorts. I could have taken those shorts, but you know, the distance between the Asian range high and the low, I would have targeted the low. It just wouldn't have made sense. So I'm waiting, and I think we're going to get this. I will wait for a nice bearish 4 hour candle, and then I'll look at those shorts, and then I'll run that for a lower low. I'll have targets here at this low, but then I'll run it for a lower low, maybe around 103, 103.50 in this pocket here somewhere. So yeah, this is well and truly on my watch list. And that's it.
Looks actually really good. I'm also very, very bullish on Swiss franc. Like, my bias didn't change at all about this currency. We had a little bit, a weaker week last week, but I would define it probably as a healthy correction and otherwise pretty bullish trend on the Swiss franc. So now we're back. Today it looks like the Swiss franc's gonna close very bullish. So yeah, that looks very decent. And with the pound, didn't actually know what you just said about the pound. There's no win situation for them. So now it makes twice as much sense.
Yeah, I'll say if we have like a big engulfing candle, bearish candle, then it's going to confirm pretty much that we're going to reject and then trade lower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it from my side at the time being. I think I've got my eyes on. Yeah, right now.
Perfect. All right. Angel, would you like to carry on? And I'll probably do at the very end. Okay.
Okay, guys.
I just added the Nasdaq, SP500, DAX, and Dow Jones to my watch list, so I'll try to trade them alongside you. We'll see how it goes.
Nice. I'm adding this week Bitcoin and oil, and I'm going to tell you guys why I'm going to add oil at the end of the analysis. Something that I want you guys to keep in mind is that this week is Thanksgiving on Thursday, right? It's going to be a short week. Do not expect much from this week at all, at least for today. Like, today is like a day where I would like to see what's going to happen to confirm what I'm going to trade, right? Because last week we took a major level of sell side, which was October 10th low, right? And when we take out and when we sweep such levels on the higher time frame, then we can expect the price to pretty much accumulate and then see a range right here. So we can get chopped easily, keeping in mind that this week is Thanksgiving and then that December is starting next week, right? So we can see two scenarios from here. We either chop a little bit before start trading higher again, after taking out this low, or we start to follow the same momentum to the downside, which I would like to see, because if we go to a higher time frame, we have so many lows right here, and we also have a gap on the I think it's on the monthly, this gap on the weekly time frame. So it will be nice if we push towards the end of November, and then we can trade back to the upside starting December, right? But then I'm going to wait, of course, today, because we're pretty much trading inside this range from Friday candle, right? We have this high right here, and we have this low. So we're stuck between this range from the candle from Friday, right? Let me go to the 4-hour to see what's going on. As you guys see here, we do have, of course, a lower high and a lower low, and the price is trading inside this gap right here. But just using just normal structure here, and we use just track a Fibonacci, we see that we're going to reject the 50% very soon. I want to see what's going to happen here with this gap and this structure, because if we either see a rejection, then I'm going to trade lower. But if we didn't inverse this gap, for me to take a long again, I need to see the price closing above this level. Otherwise, I'm not going to take any longs because it's risky right now. So it's more like a waiting time. We either see a closing above this high or a rejection to trade towards the downside. But it's not 100% clear the way that I like to trade. And we also have the new weekly opening gap right here, which we are actually rejecting. So if, let's say, we reject here, we have a BOS on the 4-hour, and then we trade below the new weekly opening gap, it's going to tell me that the weekly candle already open, traded higher, and it's going to leave a wick to close lower, right? And it can happen within this gap right here. That's what I would like to see. But then I'm going to be really cautious for the way I'm going to trade this dealing range right here. Let me take out this indicator real quick. So, guys, we have then the range, right? The gap. This is the gap right here on the 4-hour and the 50% of the gap right here. Okay, so let's go to a lower time frame. This is the hourly time frame. As you guys can see, this is still bullish. We need to align all the time frames if we want to see shorts from this gap right here on the hourly that we're about to take. So I'm going to be waiting a little bit until I have more structure, until I have something more solid. Maybe I'm not going to trade today because I don't really like what I'm seeing. I don't have anything to actually push for longs other than the new weekly opening gap. And then we have this big gap here. So we have trap order flow, and you can get easily chopped on these conditions, right? Of course, if we see like, I don't know, 10 a.m. opens and we have like a big candle right here, and then we break a structure and we have like a new gap, and then of course, then I'm going to take the shorts. But right now, I'm just seeing the price retracing, trading higher and trading into a gap, which is actually a retracement from a dealing range. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, let me just see if there's some sort of divergence between both. Actually, no, there isn't. No, there isn't. Okay, let me just keep going. So that's the plan that I have, guys. I'm going to wait to see if I have some sort of rejection from here to trade lower, but I'm pretty much waiting for the Nasdaq, nothing clear. SP500 is pretty much the same. We're going to trade just here, which is the previous daily high. So you see, from those levels, we can actually see rejections, right? So pretty much the same. We have this gap right here. This is, of course, bearish structure, lower high, lower low. I'm not sure what's the level that we're trading right now on this retracement. It's the 50%. We're about to get to the 61.8, 62% of the dealing range, and we're going to trade just up above the previous day high. So I'm just going to wait for a rejection and a confirmation if I want to trade lower. And to trade higher, then I need to see the price pretty much trading above this high. But let's say we have a rejection and then we fail to print a new low, and then the price creates a new high and leaves the range, and it's going to confirm that this high is going to get taken. So waiting to see what's going to happen today for this daily candle on Monday is going to tell us pretty much what can we wait for the rest of the week, keeping in mind that the new weekly opening gap is trading right here. So it's going to be the same condition. Waiting. I need to be patient right here because I don't want to get chopped, and these months are important. You want to wait to risk until you have something completely clear for you guys, okay? I don't want to trade this trap order flow with this condition just because I just wanted to trade, right? So let's just use this as the guide that I want to see. Let me just go to a lower time frame. So we're trading higher. If you look at this, I was explaining this model on Discord, as you guys can see. Well, we do have Asia ranging. We have a manipulation lower, and the price is expanding higher right now. So we can either see a distribution for the entire rest of the day on New York, or we can see a reversal from here, since we are just trading higher into the open, and then we took out London high. So this level right here, let me take this out. This level right here is going to tell what's going to happen, right? This gap on the M5. We either inverse and we trade lower, we break a structure, and then it's going to confirm that we're going to trade towards London low, or we do trade here, we reject, and then we create a new structure to continue trading higher towards the 70%, or then this high right here, which was the previous scenario that I told you guys. So yeah, let's see what happens within the next 30 minutes, so 10 a.m. If you want to trade today, guys, just be really careful and just keep that in mind that we're trading in between two levels from supply and demand. And then it's hard to say where the price is going to go right now, okay? For Bitcoin, this is a new addition to the analysis. Let me take out this indicator real quick. I want to show you guys what I see on Bitcoin right now, okay? The first thing that I can notice is this gap on the daily time frame right here. And then we have a rejection from that gap, right? And then we have this low. I think I'm favoring short for Bitcoin. I don't think this is going higher right away. I think there's so many people trying to long right now because we have this major level of support, and everyone thinking that this dump right here and this is the best price to go long. I don't think that. I think this is a trap. I think this low is going to get taken because everyone is buying. And then once this low gets taken and everyone gets ripped off, then is when we can start buying Bitcoin, right? That's why I'm just favoring shorts right now for the way that we see this structure right here, because we're just printing lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and this could be the next potential lower high to trade lower. Let me go to the 4 hour right here. I want to see then, you see this rejection. This is a beautiful rejection from this gap. And if we use a Fibonacci, I'm going to show you guys, that is matching with this gap right here. Let's just use a Fibonacci from the lower high to a lower low, and we are rejecting the 61.8 between this gap right here. So the best way to confirm that we're going to trade lower is going to be the price closing below this low on the 4 hour. Let's say the next 4 hour closes below this low right here. Then it's going to confirm, it's going to align daily and the 4 hour for a bearish structure, and this low is likely to get taken. Okay, if we go to the hourly, we do have already bearish structure because we do have this. You see the way we reject and we create a gap, and this gap is actually getting respected, as you guys can see. I took a short. I'm going to share the trade on the trading floor after the stream. I took a short right here, protecting this high, because for me, I can see the change in the structure right here, because this low right here, we have a high and we traded lower. So we break the structure, and the way we're actually changing the structure right here, creating a gap, makes me think that now it's time, right? At least on the hourly time frame, it looks really, really bearish, and we're actually trading inside this gap again, which is this one. And you can see, guys, that we are rejecting the gap, right? So we have two opportunities here to go short. Pretty much what the short that I took was like this, protecting this high. And my target is going to be, of course, this low at 80,000. I don't think I can actually hold the trade towards that low because I'm trading our new signature crypto accounts, guys. And all trades are going to get closed at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But pretty much, the overall, this actually looks good to take target, to take this low right here. Take this low. We can take a previous daily low as the first target. We have a lot of equal lows right here that actually are resting. It looks good to take partials or just go full volume rare, because we already have like a 2R right here. So maybe this is a good target, which will be like around 3R, which was similar to the trade that I took last week on Bitcoin on the previous session. Okay. And the new one, which is the oil. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if you already heard the tensions between United States and Venezuela. And it was first pretty much based on a drug cartel and some stuff. But there's a conspiracy because of a video from Trump a few years ago that this is all about oil. If you guys know, Venezuela have the greatest reserve of oil in the world right now. So this is actually creating a lot of volatility in this market. So it's actually great to trade. And if you look at this, what you can see, this is super clean to me, right? Because we have lower highs, and lower lows, and we have this clean low right here resting. And this is the daily time frame. We have 3 daily candles trading lower, closing one below the other one from the opening price. So if you look at this, look at the way we're trading, we can then expect the price on this daily candle to trade lower, and it looks like we're targeting pretty much this low. Okay, if we go to the 4-hour, you can see that we're actually rejecting this gap right here, and we have clean equal lows on this structure, right? We already broke the structure on the 4-hour. If we go to the hourly, it's kind of messy. I mean, I'm not used to this price action. It's like watching at euro dollar right now. You see that we traded into the gap. We had an initial reaction, and now we're trading back into the range, and we're ranging, right? That's something really normal with Forex. I'll say it doesn't happen much with indexes, right? Because they just trade and deliver right away. Forex tend to be a little bit more rangy during the week and then trade when there are like major news and stuff. But right now we have this gap right here, which is actually getting respected. So while we are actually respecting this gap, we can expect the price to trade lower. So this is a great short opportunity for me that I'm going to be trying to see if I actually can get involved. I'm not taking any trades yet. That pretty much feels like gold, because gold is like day 23 trying to find a trade in gold, which is not happening yet, but I'm pretty sure it will. So if we have an hourly closure below this gap right here, then I'm going to look on the lower time frames, any structure to take shorts towards this low at 56,300, right? That's what I see for the US oil. So yeah, that's what I have for today, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Angel.
Yes, sir.
Let me just take a look into chat. Someone was asking about Australian dollar, Japanese yen. And just briefly, to me, Japanese yen is still one of the strongest, if not the strongest, weakest, if not the weakest currency from the major and minor ones. So I wouldn't be taking too many longs on Japanese yen until we see some intervention from Bank of Japan, which probably won't happen this week. We'll see how strong the US dollar will get. But
Jake,
still, as we said with Ken, once we get to 160, it's very likely to happen. So for me, Australian dollar, Japanese yen is still bullish. Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, man. Just quickly, just before you go too fast ahead of it.
Sure.
So historically, right, these guys, when liquidity's thin, that's their time to capitalize. You know, like where there's not much volume going through the market, these guys, if they want to intervene and actually have an impact, now's the time to do it where volumes are low this week, because they can easily send, UJ from 158 down to 150, you know, without any friction. If that makes sense.
Do you think
so
do you think they will intervene this week?
I think if UJ gets back up to where are we? We're approaching 150. We're at 157. If we get up to 160, then yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, and there's no reason. Look at it. It's clear run. There's no reason. We probably could squeeze into at least 158, 159 tomorrow. I think it's very possible. And you saw that huge. They announced 23 trillion yen of stimulus. The new government. So everyone's selling this hard. You know, it's still being sold hard. So I think if we can squeeze higher this week, come Thursday, they can intervene, you know, because it's freaking Thanksgiving. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, make a lot of sense.
It
I
would.
wasn't sure about it because we're still like 300 pips from 157, 300 pips from 160. And they usually do it on the psychological numbers, the round ones, like 150 last time. So, but they might surprise the market, of course. I wasn't just sure about the possibility of the intervention now, as my buyers for dollar are pretty much now getting weaker. So, if they see weak dollar, then it wouldn't make much sense for them to right now intervene. But of course, if the dollar will remain strong, and if they know that dollar is now pretty strong and will remain strong, then yeah, it actually makes sense to intervene this week. But still, to me, the chances are still very, very low, at least on my part. We'll see. Maybe. You have the crystal ball, or what is it called? The crystal ball.
Oh, the crystal ball.
Yeah.
The crystal
like you
ball.
did last time with the labor market in US. You also said it's not going to be according to consensus, and it went well. So you might be hiding some crystal ball in your drawer.
Bro, I wish I would be here right now. No, I still would. This is the thing. I still would be here right now, to be honest, even if I did have a crystal ball. I love this game. But yeah, let's see, Jake. Let's see what.
Okay. Anything else in the chat? Let me just double check. I posted my FA in Discord on US dollar Japanese yen. I'll check that. I like fundamental analysis reports. UJ not stopping. Interesting one. Question. Jake, I have a question. Why every Monday we see pump in Japanese yen? Do we? Every Monday we see Japanese yen being stronger? Sorry, Ken, what were you saying?
No, I was sort of questioning that as well. I didn't know. If you're saying yen pumping every Monday, I think we're missing a trick.
Yeah, this Monday is pretty weak. Yeah, I'm just checking on it. No, it's not. It's actually not. Just looking at the index, I was like, am I missing something like that? Yeah. That simple, just to buy in every Monday. But
we'll buy.
I would say it's 50-50 just by looking at the index of yen. Yeah.
Still
yeah.
Bearish.
Okay. BlackRock again moved Bitcoin as relevant to Coinbase. More downside coming. It is possible. I saw what happened. I'm not trading crypto, but I saw the chart. I said, okay, that looks pretty bearish to me. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks nasty, man.
Doesn't have to be a genius to figure out that. Okay. I think we've covered everything. If you want to, guys, Angel is going to be more active within the voice channel in a Discord. So you might take a look from time to time. If you see him there or me, we'll be probably analyzing markets as we do here on YouTube, just more casually. And then we'll see each other again with Ken on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so thank you, Ken. Thank you, Angel, for your insights. And I'll see you again very shortly. Speak soon,
So
guys.
Catch you all later, guys. Take care.
Wednesday, my man. Dem.
Take care.
Oh, Jake, are we doing any giveaways today for the 48 hours
Oh,
challenge?
of course. Yeah. I will announce them, but guys, tomorrow's because I'm doing 50-50. So some of you guys are also on Discord. So I'm gonna be announcing it in Discord. Is it Trading Floor channel? Trading Floor channel. Yeah. So I'm gonna choose few people from today's live and then a few people from Discord's live, and I'm going to announce it in Discord. So I'll message you there.
All righty.
Okay, perfect.
Let's
Thank you
go,
guys
my
for
man,
being
Dem.
here, and I'll see you Wednesday. Cheers.
Can't wait
Bye
to see you
bye.
Wednesday, boys. See ya.
Catch you all, guys. Later.